What is going on, beautiful folks? Today, we're going to be talking about what it means when a narcissist starts accusing you of stuff. Like when they accuse you of doing something that's out of this world or something that's absolutely is mind blowing or crazy or just unbelievable. What does it mean? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Let's go. Boom. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. Y'all, these damn accusations. What do they mean, y'all? I know, like, so before we hop too deep, y'all, make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help us go ahead and climb closer to that elusive 500K. TikTok is getting shut down tonight at midnight, apparently. And who knows what happens. If you only follow me on TikTok, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But yes, yeah, narcissistic people, their accusations. I know what people are already going to say. Let's go ahead and get it out the way early. Let's go ahead and tackle it early, right? Well, Lee, narcissist accusations are literally confessions. Yeah, a lot of times they are, right? A lot of times, a narcissist confession accusations absolutely are confessions of what they are actually doing. I feel like a lot of people know that. I feel like we, as a contingent, know that, right? We know that a lot of narcissistic people, when they're accusing you of something, especially if it's out of nowhere, like they're accusing you of something like out of left field, right field, whatever you want to say. If they're accusing you of something, it just seems like what the hell is going on here? Like, what? Why would you accuse me of this? Why are you saying this to me? Blah blah. Blah. Yeah, they're typically the ones that are doing it, right? If they are accusing you of cheating on them out of nowhere, typically they're the ones that cheating, right? If they're accusing you of taking money or drinking again or whatever it may be, typically it's them the one that are doing it, right? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times their accusations are absolutely confessions and should be treated as such, right? They should be, like out of nowhere. You should start getting suspicious. Like don't brush this under the rug, right? If out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, do not brush it under the rug because it's kind of like you're letting the evidence go, right? It's kind of like you're letting the biggest red flag fly away. It's like the little red flag butterfly has floated. The little red flag butterfly has floated right into your lap, right? It came out of nowhere. It's like you're like, oh, that's a beautiful butterfly. Why is it all red? Oh, they're accusing me of what they're doing. Huh? Maybe accusations are confessions. Maybe I should keep this. Maybe I should. No, it's such a beautiful butterfly. I should let it fly away and let it stay free. So you ignore it, right? You see it, it's right in front of your face, and then you decide to ignore it, and then you look silly. You feel silly later on because it's right there in front of your face because they were accusing you of it out of nowhere. They're accusing you of something just heinous, like something that you would never do. It seems like it's made up out of left field, right? It's just you're just like, what the hell? What in the hell is going on? What did I do? What is going on here? And like, yeah, you are literally confused as hell, right? And it's crazy because, like I said again, that it could be absolutely just be a confession, or of what they themselves are out here doing, cheating, lying. And like, it doesn't have to be cheating. I know I always say cheating, but it doesn't have to be cheating. It could be being abusive. They could accuse you of being abusive. They could accuse you of not validating their feelings. They could accuse you of being a pathological liar. They could accuse you of just not listening to them ever. They could accuse you of being selfish and manipulative, of gaslighting them, right? They could accuse you of doing those things. It doesn't have to be cheating. So a lot of times the accusations, the things that they're accusing you of, the things that they are saying that you are doing are absolutely just confessions, right? Um, Another thing it can mean when they start accusing you is that, like, yeah, they're afraid, right? They could be the accusations could absolutely be confessions, or what they're accusing you of are end up being their biggest fears, their biggest insecurities. They are literally saying out loud for you. They're literally laying out their biggest insecurities to you when they're confessing to you, like when they're accusing you of something. Like they're telling you exactly what they themselves are afraid of. They're literally listening out, listening out for you, so you can know you to absolutely understand it. They're just like, "Whoa, are you cheating on me? You been coming home 30. You supposed to be at home at 8:30. You get here at 8:33. That's more than enough time to stop at your affair partner's house and get your cheeks clapped. Just 3 minutes. Who is that? Who is he? Who is she? You know what I'm saying? That's literally what it could be. Like they're accusing you of what they themselves are absolutely afraid of. It could be it could get that deep right there. They could be telling you their fears. And I've been telling a lot of people ask me, well, what's a narcissist's biggest fear? What are they accusing you of? Right? Are they accusing you of wanting to leave them? Because that's big, you see what I'm saying? That's one of their biggest fears. You gonna leave me, aren't you? You want to leave, don't you? I can just tell by the way you don't treat me the same anymore. You think things are different. I can just tell things are different between us. You don't want to leave. You don't want to be here anymore, do you? Just tell me straight up. You don't want to be here anymore, do you? I can just feel it. I can feel it. Be real with me. Tell me straight up. That's their biggest fear. Again, just because they're afraid of you leaving doesn't mean that they will treat you any better to keep you there. Right? Just because they're telling you their biggest fears doesn't mean that they will treat you any better to not have those biggest fears come true. Right? Just know that right there. Because that's a truth of the world. That's one of the truths of the world right there. Because just because they tell you that they're afraid of it doesn't mean they're going to change their behaviors in any way, shape, or form. It absolutely just does not mean that, y'all. Just because I'm afraid of this happening. So they don't mean they're gonna change anything. That mean anything's gonna be different. That just means that they're afraid of it. Right. So they could be absolutely telling you their biggest fears. Right. So that's it right there. The biggest insecurities. Another thing, y'all, when they start accusing you of things, when they start accusing you of stuff, they could be bored. This is a new one. You might not hear it anywhere, right? We might not hear other ones, but like they could absolutely just be bored as hell and just want to pick a fight with you. So they start accusing you of stuff, right? They can start accusing yourself out of nowhere because just to antagonize you, because they feel like they haven't messed with you in a long time. They just start an argument out of nowhere. You like, what the hell? Like, why would you? I would never do anything like that. But they're talking to you like they are, right? They're talking to you like they think you would be doing something like that, right? That's what ends up happening. It really does. That's the piece of stuff that ends up happening. They treat you like they are going to do this type of stuff. Um, yeah, that is they treat you on top of things right there. That's what I tell people. That's literally what I tell so many people, right? They are trying to start an argument. They're trying to get like sometimes they start an argument. They don't even have to be bored. They could want to go out and do something. They could want to go out and lie and cheat and stuff like that and wreak havoc or go out and just have fun with their friends or whatever. They just have an excuse to not be around you, to have an excuse to not be with you. So sometimes they will start these arguments and stuff seemingly out of nowhere, or start these crazy accusations seemingly out of nowhere, just to have an excuse to go do whatever they want to do. This happens quite a bit. They just started a big ass argument out of nowhere. You like, what the hell is going on? You like, what? I didn't even do anything. You know, out of nowhere, these crazy ass arguments. They want to go out there and do something, and they don't want you to be involved in it. So just be prepared for that as well, because sometimes they will accuse you of stuff just so they can go out here and have quote unquote fun, like just so they can have an excuse to leave the house and not necessarily be around you or whatever the case may be. Just be prepared. Yeah, this happens too. We were arguing. Well, I thought they started accusing you of just outlandish ass stuff so they could have the excuse to go out here and do something behind your back. So they can not feel bad. It's kind of how a lot of narcissistic people justify some of their behaviors, right? It's like how they justify some of the stuff that they do. It is crazy how the mind works in those circumstances, in those situations, right? It really, really is. And I say this as well, y'all. When they start accusing you of stuff out of nowhere, it could be a sign of like paranoia. This is it could be a sign of like things are getting dangerous, because sometimes they absolutely believe the things that they're accusing you of. They might not be cheating. They might not want to pick a fight. They might not just are bored or whatever the situation may be. sometimes they might not be confessing, like they might absolutely believe what they're accusing you of. And this is when things can get very, very sticky. This is when things in your relationship can damn near get very, very dangerous with this person, because in their minds, they believe you actually have done something and they're accusing you of it. Like paranoia runs very rampant with narcissistic people, right? It's just like, I'm paranoid. Like, in the paranoia, it's making me do and say things, like making me afraid. These are my, like, I'm afraid as hell of certain things happening or transpiring. So I accuse you of these things. And I absolutely believe these things. Like, when I accuse you of something, you don't even, like, you have proof that you didn't do it. In my mind, I'm making up reasons why that I'm making up reasons to invalidate whatever proof that you have, right? You can have all the proof in the world that you did not do something. And in my mind, I'm making up scenarios as to why your proof doesn't matter, why your proof is irrelevant, why your proof doesn't carry any weight, why you just did this, why this just happened right here. I just tell this to so many people. Like, this is a scenario that so many people will face. Like, you might have somebody that's absolutely losing their minds, and that's when it can get very, very scary, right? You have to be safe and protect yourself, because if they're paranoid and accusing you of stuff, they could absolutely be losing it, right? And when they start losing it, they can very well, their minds can be, pretty much shot. I had a woman in my support group. This is my, you can find the link to my support group. My coaching courses, everything is at mentalhealness.net. Scroll across the bottom of the screen. I had a woman in my support group originally. I haven't talked to her in a while. She ended up leaving the group, but her husband was paranoid as hell. Like, it sounded like he was having a psychotic break, because he was accusing her of stuff and accusing her of, like, spying on him or hiring a private investigator or whatever it was. So this man was losing his mind so much so he started he put they already have curtains up. He started putting sheets. He literally took a nail gun and nail gunned, like, blankets on every window. So there's no light in the house. It's dark as hell. It's like a prison. It became like a prison in there. And he kept accusing her of stuff, doing stuff that she could not possibly have done. He would keep her up late at night, making her, she's like, trying to make her confess to stuff that she did not do. And sometimes she would just confess so that she can get some sleep. But you know what happens when you confess just get them to be quiet? Okay, whatever you said I done, I did. It makes it more paranoid, because now they go lose their mind more. It's like, you actually done it. You did it. I can't believe you. I knew it. And he justify their paranoia. So the next time they accuse you of something, they don't need proof. They know to trust their instinct, right? They can trust their instincts with you, and they don't necessarily need any type of proof or whatever. So they can just go about it any way that they want to go about it. So you have to, like, it can get very, very dangerous. Like I said, she used to hop on the Zoom calls that we have. She's been on her crying because she'd be sad as hell. Right? She'd be extremely sad and out of it. And it would be sad to hear her crying. And I mean, it was just horrible. And then she ended up leaving the group. So nobody talked to her in a while. I've emailed her, haven't got a response. I hope she's okay. But their paranoia can lead to them accusing you of stuff that you could not possibly be doing. Things that are so far outside of your character that it makes you just think, you're like, well, this is outside of my character. I'm not like this. I would never do anything like this. So hell no. I mean, this is the space that so many people fall into. So you have to be careful, y'all, when you're dealing with this personality type. Anyways, y'all, I gotta hop off here. I got a one-on-one I have to do. Coaching courses, groups, everything is available at mentalhealness.net. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, y'all, Mental Healness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.